question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Gippsland.
Well, thank you, Deputy Speaker. And every day in this place it becomes clearer and clearer that regional Australians are simply worse off under this spineless Labor government. And I've noted before the remarkable similarities between the new modern Labor Party and jellyfish. It's quite extraordinary. It's a scientific fact. Jellyfish have no brains, no backbone, no heart and no stomach. And when it comes to standing up to extremism in the Greens, standing up for working families, standing up for blue-collar workers and farmers, I've never seen a more gutless government. Old Labor members would not even recognise this blubbering mess of a political party that has completely lost its spine when it comes to regional Australians. Now, Deputy Speaker, I'm afraid that the Labor Party, the new modern Labor Party, foolishly believes that you can placate the extremists and the activists, but I need to let them know and warn them they will never be satisfied. They're always going to come back for more. They have no concept of practical environmental management, and zealotry and extremism have become their modus operandi at the expense of regional jobs and our way of life and our culture. Yes, Deputy Speaker, European Australians, non-Indigenous Australians have culture as well, and that should be respected and recognised when we make laws in this place or in other places around the country. And what we're seeing now, Deputy Speaker, is the modern Labor Party selling out blue-collar workers for green preferences right across the nation. If you're a farmer or a miner, or if you like camping, fishing, hunting, collecting firewood, occasionally being on a horse race, or generally enjoy a free life in the outdoors, the Labor Greens simply don't like you. Between them, they have combined to ban rock climbing at Mount Arapiles, ban live sheep exports, ban hardwood timber industry in Victoria, ban irrigated agriculture in many areas, ban firewood collection, ban new gas connections, ban grazing in the high country, ban commercial fishing, and they also want to ban duck shooting and horse racing. Labor keeps wanting to create more national parks across our country, both at land and at sea, banning more activities in rural and regional Australia, when they don't even look after the national parks they've got today. And now, in relation to the motion moved by the member for Mallee, it's just the latest of an example of an all-or-nothing approach by the Labor Greens movements. Mount Arapiles, as we've just heard from the member for Mallee, offers world-class climbing, and it's part of the attraction for why skilled health workers in this case are keen to live and work in that region. Decisions made in this parliament and other parliaments have consequences. And what we're seeing now is people who want to enjoy that rural way of life, enjoy Mount Arapiles and all it offers, are going to leave the region because of a decision made by the Labor Party, backed by the Greens, and not a single member of this place ever stands up and shows the spine to contest this extremism in the Green movement. We will see more of this, Deputy Speaker. We will see more of this if the Labor Greens return to government next year in this place. Instead of a balanced approach, which allows for a multi-use of land and sea resources, they adopt this lock-it-up-and-leave-it mentality, and they couldn't care less about the impacts on the country people and their way of life. Now, I've seen it firsthand in my seat of Gippsland Deputy Speaker over the last 12 months with the ban on the native hardwood timber industry. The native hardwood timber industry has been banned completely in my seat of Gippsland. The workforce, the forest contractors, the skilled workforce that's going to be needed in the next bushfire season won't be there because of this ban. So my community is going to be left at the mercy of poorly maintained public forests, and the state government is making no efforts to mitigate the risk, has just cut its workforce both within DECA and Parks Victoria. What we need to see, Deputy Speaker, in our communities, in our regional communities, are the practical environmentalists, more boots and less suits. That's more boots on the ground doing the work, doing the fire prevention and mitigation activities, and less suits in Melbourne and Canberra making excuses and putting in more green tape that prevents work from occurring in the first place. So, Deputy Speaker, if we're going to have any bans in this place, perhaps we should ban the Labor Greens from banning anything else in regional Australia without at first consulting with the communities going to be adversely affected socially, economically, environmentally and culturally. Deputy Speaker, I know you come from a regional community, and I think you probably understand this as much as I do. Regional workers are tired of being told what jobs they can have and what they're not allowed to do on their weekends by these city-based Labor Green politicians who have no interest in actually ever living in our communities in the first place. Deputy Speaker, regional Australians will be better off when we get rid of this spineless government and actually stand up to the extremists in the Greens.
The question is that the motion be agreed to.